Shocks. Cleveland didn't just pay for sacks, they paid for standards. 4 months after the Browns made Myles Garrett the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history, the face of the franchise got clocked at 160 on I-71 at 2:01 a.m. in Strongsville. Ticketed, $250 fine, court optional, and a whole lot of noise for a team that swears it is fixing its culture. The part that set Cleveland off wasn't just the speed, it was déjà vu. Same highway, same police jurisdiction, making headlines. And just weeks after rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders got lit up by law enforcement on that same stretch. If leadership is supposed to trickle down, what do you call it when the leader is standing in the same puddle? Here's the hard reality. Stars don't just win games, they set limits. So here's the question Cleveland can't dodge. Should the Browns send a message and sit their $60 million superstar? Or are they about to confirm what everyone believes? There's one rule for stars, one rule for everyone else. For the record, as of today, there's been no team suspension announced, but the core is calling for it gets louder by the hour. Let's lay out the receipts, the pattern, and the stakes, because this is bigger than a ticket. It's about whether the Browns finally choose standards over star power. Strongsville, Interstate 71, a gray Ferrari. Police clocked Myles Garrett at 100 miles per hour and a 60. The citation is simple. It's a $250 fine. No court appearance required if he pays it. It happened hours after the Browns returned from Charlotte, where the team had opened the preseason against the Panthers. Garrett didn't suit up, but his name still ended up on the news by sunrise. The team acknowledged it, aware of the incident, which is PR speak for, we know when we're figuring out how to handle it. And the handling isn't just optics. The clock matters. 2 in the morning after a travel day isn't a felony. It's a choice. This wasn't a rookie not used to the schedule. This was the franchise's most powerful boys deciding the speed limit was a suggestion. If the Browns are serious about process and winning culture, the process has to exist when the cameras are off and the roads are empty. Discipline is a habit, not a press conference. If the standard is only enforced on the scout team, it's not a standard. And if you think this is just a headline, wait until I pull up the history, because this didn't happen in a vacuum. This happened in a file cabinet already bulging with warnings. This isn't random, this is a map. In June, Shedeur Sanders was cited for 101 and 60 on I-71 North in Strongsville. Days earlier, he'd been hit for 91 and a 65 in Medina County. Same highway that just caught the franchise player. Same Strongsville police blotter filling up with orange-brown. You can call that a coincidence, or you can call it what it looks like from the outside. A team-wide blind spot that starts at the top and echoes through the depth chart. When the rookie gets popped at 101 and the All-Pro gets popped at 100 in the same corridor, you don't have a PR issue, you have a culture tail. And in this league, culture trails on you when it matters most. If you want to stop being the punchline, stop giving the league a setup. That's not about morality, it's about maturity. And the same highway detail isn't just tabloid flavor, is proof that the Browns' supposed attention to detail is skipping the most basic part of leadership, modeling the rules you preach. Since the draft, Garrett has been in Shedeur's ear, the all-pro voice everyone wants around a rookie quarterback. He's praised the kid's work, his seriousness, his craft. We've even seen the mic'd-up banter, Shedeur asking for a taste of Garrett's past smoke, and Myles laughing him off like a big brother. You're a good kid. I don't want to have to hurt you, bro. We're going to need you. That's leadership, and fans love it for a reason. But leadership isn't just how you talk in July. It's how you act in August at 2 a.m. If the franchise standard bearer is racking up the same tickets from the same cops on the same asphalt as the rookie he's supposed to shape, the lesson the locker room hears is not the one the coaches are selling. Fair or not, Shedeur's speed issues now look like less of a one-off and more like the vibe he walked into. That's the brutal truth about culture. Young players don't copy speeches, they copy behavior. If Garrett wants to be the example Cleveland needs, this is the fork in the road. Either be the example or be the excuse. The talent has never been the question, the standard is. When the Browns met Myles Garrett in the middle this spring, they didn't just hand him a bag, they handed him the keys. 4 years, $160 million, more than $123 million guaranteed. Record money for a non-quarterback. You don't do that to buy spin moves, you do it to buy a heartbeat for the franchise. The message was loud. You're not just our superstar, you're our standard.
Best player, you are our example. That's why this ticket is different. Every mistake costs more because of every set of eyes that's on you. And it's not like the past is blank. Back in 2022, Garrett flipped his car and walked away battered and blessed. He's been cited multiple times before. The receipts are real. If the Browns owner Jimmy Haslam wanted a new identity stamped across Cleveland, he paid for it. Now he has to protect it. That could mean a fine and a formal warning. It could mean a community safety campaign led by Myles Garrett himself. Or it could mean the thing fans are screaming for: sit him, even for a preseason game, and prove the standard isn't negotiable. Whatever the call, $160 million has to buy more than pass rush win rate. It has to buy credibility. Let's grow. This isn't a smear, it's a spreadsheet. In 2022, a single car crash left Garrett with a sprained shoulder and strained biceps after he lost control at an unsafe speed. Prior reporting logged multiple prior speeding citations, including times he topped 100. None of those made him a villain. They make him a risk, one the Browns believe was worth record money because of the player he is and the leader they wanted him to be. But risk tolerance changes when the ink dries on the rich's non-QB deal. Fans aren't crazy for asking, wasn't that the wake-up call? Coaches aren't wrong for wondering, what do our rookies hear when we shrug at this? You can't demand accountability from the bottom of the roster and then whisper it at the top. Real accountability is loudest where it's hardest. Every team has a moment where it decides who it is. This isn't about traffic court. It's about whether the Browns are still the team that explains away bad habits or the team that finally puts an end to them. Here's the debate stripped down. Suspend them, even if it's just a preseason game, and you send a message the rookies won't forget. The rules live at the top. You also risk torpedoing trust with your best player and lighting the city on fire days before joint practices. Don't suspend them, and you invite every cynic to say what they already believe. Stars are untouchable, culture talk is BS, and accountability is a word for pressers, not people. There's a middle ground: heavy internal fines, mandatory driving safety outreach, and a team-wide briefing where the biggest names talk first. But remember, ambiguity is a message too, and this roster just watched this rookie quarterback get dragged for the same behavior on the same highway. The kid got nuked for optics. What happens to the king? As of today, stamp the date. There is no official team suspension announced, but there have been leaks that the Browns owner Jimmy Haslam wants to. So what should Haslam do? That's where franchises earn a reputation, one hard decision at a time. Local voices have been blunt all summer. The Browns say broken culture, then ask their highest paid player to be the example that fixes it. You can't bridge that gap with marketing, you bridge it with consequences. Fans in the city have endured too many "we'll get it right next time" speeches to take another one at face value. They want to see the line, and they want to see who stands on it. Maybe that's harsh, maybe it's overdue. Either way, this is the moment the Browns find out if the standard they talk about is real. The owner's office doesn't need to grandstand, it needs to be clear. If the goal is to protect the locker room, you protect it by being honest with it, especially when the player is beloved, elite, and essential to winning. Anything less, and the message to the rookies is simple: learn the playbook, not the rules. And once a team starts teaching that, it never ends well. You rebuild culture with bricks, small decisions stacked on top of hard ones until there's a wall around your standards no one can miss. This is one of those bricks. Lay it or stop talking about culture. 2 tracks. Inside the building, a maximum team fine, a leadership council sit-down led by Garrett himself, and a mandatory driver safety session for the entire roster. Rookies in the front row, stars in the front row. Everyone signs the same attendance sheet. Outside the building, a months-long community safety push, PSAs with Garrett and Sanders filmed together, school visits, a partnership with local highway patrol to talk about the simple math of speed and survival. Don't perform it, own it. Then football stuff. You want consequences that hit? Sit them the first quarter of the next preseason game. Not because it makes up for what happened in August, but because it tells your locker room what September will be. Tie it to a public statement from Haslam that says exactly this: we don't do star privilege here, we do standards. It's not about humiliation, it's about leadership that costs something. Make it cost something. Then move on and go win football games. The Browns owe their fans that clarity. More importantly, they owe their rookies that example. This isn't about demonizing Myles Garrett. It's about acknowledging that the most powerful voice in the room just spoke the wrong language at 2 a.m. on I-71. The same highway where the rookie he's mentoring got bagged weeks earlier. The same city that just invested $160 million in leadership. As much leadership as production. If the Browns want to prove they're serious, they can't whisper through this. Either the rules live at the top or they don't live at all. Let me know in the comments what you would do. Would you suspend them? Or would you just send them in the community to do some PSAs? This is the Huddle HQ. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you soon with more NFL updates.